Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Peg Ederman Field here on the campus of River Falls High School for today's Big Rivers Conference matchup between the Eau Claire North Huskies and your River Falls Wildcats, Paul. Hey, Paul, you want to go check on, go to River Falls YouTube Sports on your phone
I'm on it.
and check and see if we are live.
I'm an avid follower of that.
Have you ever been on River Falls YouTube Sports?
I do. I love doing the trivia, but Paula Flood always beats me to everything.
I know.
Like and subscribe.
And if she doesn't beat me, Chantel does. I'm like, would one of you just like go to the bathroom during one of these?
They're not only are they smart, they're also quick on the trigger finger too.
I think they know the questions ahead of time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Paul Aderman
Looks good. Looks good.
checking on, we're getting the live broadcast. It looks like our levels are good. Everybody's good, and we're happy to be here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a new windscreen out in center field. You can see that. That's right there in your camera. We got a two-camera set. We got Steve Pellinger on the directorial services. Tim Kibble is pre-production, and he's one of the best cheerleaders in the business. Tim Kibble, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Chantel Dulas and Paul Aderman on color.
Hello.
We're packed up here in the press box, and we're ready to go. Chantel, I'll go over the Husky lineup real quick, and then we'll get into the Wildcats, and we should be ready to go. So leading off for the Huskies and playing center field, number 1, Abby Kosterman. Batting second and playing second base, number 12, Riley Fisher. The designated player tonight for the Huskies, wearing, got my glasses on here,
14.
wearing number 14 is Ashlyn Mallett. Pitching this afternoon. She also has 2 bombs on the year. Number 9, Allie Kwasnick. Next up, the catcher, number 17, Grace First. Playing shortstop, wearing number 10, Claire Gruna. Playing third base, number 19, Maddie Pond. Next up, the left fielder, number 21, Lindy Holler. And the right fielder, number 3, Taylor Pressler. And playing first base, number 7, Emma Goldbach. There is your lineup for the North Huskies and your River Falls Wildcats. Leading off, senior second baseman, number 6, Georgia Bankston. Today's designated player, wearing number 25, freshman Reagan Schurz. Catching behind the plate for the Wildcats today, number 0, Mo Kibble.
Number 11, Mo Kibble.
Yeah, number 11, Mo Kibble. Playing shortstop, freshman number 0, Caitlin Moe. Playing right field, a sophomore, number 24, Danny Pellinger. Playing third base, number 14, Ava Larson. Playing first base, number 23, freshman Hudson Walker. Roaming around in center field, senior wearing number 2, Alexis Ralston. And playing left field and batting number 9, number 3, Kenna Cook. Audra Aderman is on the hill for the Wildcats today. Chantel, what kind of stats does Audra Aderman have on the season today? Okay, hold on. I have my wife calling. She's going to get, sorry, Jenna, you're getting declined.
I've never seen somebody decline their family so much just because of a YouTube broadcast.
We'll call Jenna later. She'll understand.
His daughters were calling last year with a flat tire, and he's like, you're going to have to deal with this later. I'm doing a broadcast. Not really. They just wanted money.
So that's odd, Chantel. So I am a member of the River Falls Wildcats. I have joined. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. And now I'm locked out. I got locked out.
Uh-oh.
It's almost like
but yet I could get on Eau Claire North.
Game Changer says Audra is 3-1 on the year.
Okay.
She has 25 strikeouts with only 12 walks, with an ERA of 2.3 right now.
Yeah, I was on Game Changer last night because I was actually writing a story for the Pierce County Journal on the Prescott Cardinals. They had a pretty cool story with their, it is the Biggs Fry Memorial Field, kind of how that all started, and then just a little bit about their program. And, they won the state championship last year. But I've had Game Changer access up until like 2 minutes ago. I don't know what happened. Maybe, like you said, but I can go. That's odd.
If you're like a fan. Are you
Yeah,
a
maybe I
fan?
got booted. Maybe Coach Fletcher booted me out.
It says you're a fan.
I know.
I don't know.
I got booted out.
Maybe you're not
Well,
a top fan.
I guess I'm not.
Well, I have the staff, so.
Well, there you
I'm
go.
important.
So will you? So I'll get on there. One of the reasons that I got the service is bad out here. That's
I
why.
didn't know the wind could blow this hard into a concession stand. Holy mackerel!
What's that? Yeah, it's usually a little bit of a delay. Yeah, that always happens. Yeah. And sometimes you want to make sure your volume's down in there. Yeah, so you'll get some feedback. I'm gonna search the Eau Claire North Huskies again. Well, so one thing you can do too, I'm gonna show you how to. Some new dugouts we got going on. So if you pop on here, Steve, and then you just pop it over. So we got some new dugouts. They look good, don't they, Steve? Don't they, Chantel?
I do. That's really
And
nice.
there's a little close up. So when did those logos go on?
Just the other day.
Okay. And then so you want to clear these off. Then you hit clear layer. And then you got to bring this over and hit clear layer. But we can go back to here then. I can help you out with it.
Yes, those were installed by the youth program. So shout out to the River Falls Youth Softball
Yeah, and
program for
that cool looking windscreen out there is was that the youth program or was that the high school parents?
I'm not exactly
High school
sure.
parents put it up.
Put it up,
I
yeah.
do know that, and we put up the new capping.
Might have been Booster Club. Maybe?
That could have been.
Yeah, I think the windscreen come from the Booster Club.
Yeah, I can get the stats for Eau Claire North. Well, ladies and gentlemen, too, some of you may or may not know, one of Eau Claire North's most famous alums is none other than Justin Wilson.
Husky Nation.
Hey, he might not only be their favorite; he's my favorite.
Oh, he's big time.
We had a lot of. He jumped in he volunteers for everything, just like Chantel and Greg, and he jumped in last week when Greg couldn't be here to help run all this equipment, and it was fun time. I almost felt like I should have paid to do it.
Got to do scoreboard here. You got to
Yeah, it
click
was a
on the
great
scoreboard. There they go.
You know,
But-
we've
There you go,
looked
then
for
go here.
ways to raise money for years and years for softball because
you
we
go.
didn't have any when we started out.
It's
Sure.
goofy, but
And I feel like
There you
this
go.
is so much fun that we could raffle off a time to do this with Greg and Chantel.
Oh,
somebody would actually want to do that.
Oh, I bet you Byron
Surprise.
Dopkins would bid on it. He would bid on it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our hats off for the national anthem. Yeah, what a difference too that this park has kind of changed over the last few years. I mean, just with the scoreboard and the windscreens and the dugouts, and like, man, it has taken shape for sure.
Without question. And, definitely over the infield, David Crail recognized right away, our athletic director, that the one we had was
Yeah, the lips are gone, and
not suitable. Yeah, I mean, it was like a skee ball going into the outfield. Left
Yeah.
fielder could catch it on the run
Yeah.
as it popped up.
yeah,
and home plate pitcher's mound at second base were not in line. It was a little bit off. So we had to
To
move.
the left or to the right? So is it easier to steal bases or
That's a good question.
or harder?
I think the pitcher's mound was off.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. So pitchers had a tough time there. Find their spots.
Well, here we go. So, yeah, let's take a look real quick and see what so last out, the North Huskies, they beat Wausau East at home by a final of 12-4. They lost to DC Everest this past Friday 4-1. Here's a big shocker to you. I don't know what kind of usually Chippewa Falls is one of the top teams not only in the area but also in the state.
Yeah.
And Chippewa Falls beat North 2-1 on the 8th, and then but on Thursday, April 10th, the North Husky down Chippewa Falls 6-1.
That's a
So we're-
huge win.
Yeah,
We're
that's a big
we're
win.
probably facing a pretty good team today.
You know, I would say in the last 30 years, the biggest Wildcat win ever was when they beat Chippewa Falls over
Yeah.
at Perkins Field.
And then the Baldwin win. So yeah, this year for the Wildcats, Wildcats are 4-3. Is that correct, Chantel? And had a big win over Baldwin, which it's been quite a while since the Cats have toppled the
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows when we beat
Toppled
them
the
last.
Blackhawks.
I think Schurz
Probably-
told me it was a long time ago.
Brian Nadeau was probably crawling on the floor. No, it wasn't that long ago. It was probably 15 years ago.